Today, we're examining a significant development for the future of space exploration. NASA has released details on the President's fiscal year 2026 budget proposal from the Trump administration. This proposal claims to revitalize human space exploration. We're going to dissect what that means for NASA's ambitious plans for the Moon, Mars, and the pioneering technologies that could get us there. Alright, first things first, this is a budget proposal. As NASA outlines, this is the administration's vision and financial plan for the agency. It's a roadmap, but it's crucial to remember, as always, that Congress holds the ultimate authority to approve and allocate funding. So this proposal is the starting point for that conversation. The news release emphasizes that this FY26 budget is designed to advance the nation's goals in human space exploration and scientific discovery. The term revitalize suggests a significant push, so let's see what NASA highlights from this proposal. As highlighted in NASA's release on this budget, a major focus remains on the Artemis program. The goal, as the administration lays out, is not just to return humans to the Moon, but to establish a sustained lunar presence. This means continued funding for the core elements, the Space Launch System, SLS rocket, the Orion spacecraft for our astronauts, the Gateway Lunar Orbiting Station, and the development of human landing systems. The budget, according to the release, supports the cadence of Artemis missions. This is key for building that long-term presence and using the Moon as a proving ground for Mars. The revitalization here seems to point towards ensuring these complex missions stay on track and are well supported to meet ambitious timelines. Naturally, the Moon is a stepping stone to Mars. The NASA release about this FY26 budget indicates a continued commitment to preparing for human missions to the Red Planet. This involves robust support for the robotic exploration of Mars, which provides critical data for future human explorers. The budget is framed to support the development of capabilities required for humans to explore Mars. While the release might not give all the specifics, this generally includes advancements in areas like long-duration life support, faster in-space transportation, and technologies for utilizing Martian resources. Now, this is where the revitalization aspect really gets exciting, as specifically pointed out in NASA's communication on this budget proposal. The release states the budget invests in space nuclear propulsion and power. This is a big deal. Nuclear thermal propulsion, or NTP, could dramatically reduce travel times to Mars, which is safer for astronauts and makes missions more efficient. Similarly, nuclear surface power systems could provide the sustained energy needed for lunar bases and eventual Martian habitats, operating independently of sunlight. If this budget significantly boosts these nuclear technologies, it truly lays the groundwork for a new era of deep space exploration, moving beyond what's possible with current chemical rockets and solar power alone. The news release also likely touches upon NASA's ongoing strategy to foster a commercial economy in low Earth orbit, LEO. As the International Space Station approaches its planned retirement, this budget would continue to support partnerships with commercial companies to develop new space stations. NASA's goal is to be one of many customers for these commercial LEO destinations, allowing the agency to focus its own resources on the Moon, Mars, and deep space. The level of investment detailed in the budget proposal will show how strongly this transition is being supported. While human exploration is a major driver, NASA's news release about this budget would also address the agency's world-leading work in science, aeronautics, and Earth observation. The proposal aims to continue a balanced portfolio of activities. This means support for groundbreaking astrophysics missions, planetary science probes exploring our solar system, vital Earth science research to understand our climate, and innovative aeronautics technologies that can revolutionize air travel and make it more sustainable. We'd look for how these critical areas are supported to ensure a holistic advancement of NASA's mission. So, looking at the key areas highlighted by NASA from this FY26 budget proposal, revitalizing human space exploration seems to translate into a strong continued push for Artemis, a clear path towards Mars enabled by new technologies like space nuclear power and propulsion and a continued reliance on commercial partners. It suggests a commitment to providing the resources needed to achieve these ambitious goals. But as we mentioned, this is the first step. Congress will now take this proposal, analyze it, and begin the process of formulating the actual appropriations. We'll be tracking that closely. This FY26 budget proposal certainly sets an ambitious course for NASA. What are your thoughts on these priorities outlined in NASA's release? Are you most excited about the potential for nuclear propulsion, the sustained lunar missions, or the path to Mars? Share your opinions in the comments below. If this breakdown helped you understand what's potentially ahead for NASA, please hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth space news and analysis, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our updates on how this budget progresses. Thanks for watching, and always, keep exploring.